Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 3 of my Rags to Riches Realm of Magic edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And Benji just learned one new spell from the Sage of Untamed Magic, which currently is not Morgan, it's this person here. So he learned a potion of emotional stability, and so he has that in his inventory. And of course they're worth nothing because I don't have a mod in my game to give them a value, and they on their own without that mod have no value, which is why I'm not planning on until they fix that. Hopefully they will, with whatever the next update is. I'm not always going to be selling potions to make money in this Let's Play, but let's see what we have here. We can ask about career. Well, anyways, we'll just keep. So he's gonna do some searching for tomes, and you don't necessarily find tomes, you sometimes find other things. But when he's finished, we're gonna have him come take a shower down here, and Aurora needs to have a shower, but this is fine, so we're gonna have her take a shower there because she is really dirty. And then she's gonna need some fun, so you know what, we may as well have her fish, because fishing is fun, and it's possibly productive because we might get some assets from that. And I do have Angelina already fishing over there because she also needed some fun. She's going to need to take a shower herself soon, and so obviously she just caught this angelfish, and the cowplant berry is worth 180. But as I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure we're going to go home at some point and we're going to plant it. And then as soon as we plant it, we can sell it for $4.75. You don't even need to wait for it to grow. So that'll be good. And then we'll have some money. And then perhaps we'll sell things like this toy on a yard sale table. It may be worth it. But it'd be better if we had some more things to sell on it than just one thing, because then you won't make your money back. So he's decided to go shower instead of search. And then when he's finished searching, what we'll do is, let's see, why don't we come over here and do a friendly introduction. So he knows 3 different spells and needs to cast a spell on another sim. And let me just, out of curiosity, we're going to see, it's new skill day, but all 3 of them have done that. So looks like we can ask for magical training and ask for another potion recipe. Whether he'll actually learn one is a different matter. So it looks like Inferniate is the only spell we can do on a sim. So we'll wait till we get a nicer spell before we do that. It's not like he's reached the second, like he's not got everything else done anyway. So it's not like we're in a rush to cast that spell on another sim. And so she is... I was going to have her go fishing, but you know what? She should probably clean that first. And then before, when she's finished that, then we will come and take her to go fishing, because that will help her here. Though we only have 2 locations in the Realm of Magic, so she can only fish at 2 of the 3, but we could, if this is where she's already fished, I don't remember. We'll find out. If it was where she already fished, we'll have her go fish over with Angelina as her second spot. So they're going to just sort of do their showers, do some fishing. I'll be back when they're, sort of doing something more than we're just sort of playing a waiting game right now. Well, it's a little later. The girls are still fishing, and Benji does need some fun. But I thought before we did that, on our way out, kind of, so to speak, we'll ask to teach another potion recipe, and then we'll ask to teach a spell, mischief magic. And we'll see what we learn. He did find a book when he was searching. He found Tome of Zip Zap, which perhaps we might learn from her, because I think that is mischief magic. And then we can just sell it and or give it to the girls and they can read it too. But I find you can learn a lot of this stuff just by, as you level up, you can just learn it from the sages, and then you don't need to really spend. Oh, actually, he learned the Desperio. So let's have him come over here and do some fishing. Essentially, because they need fun. We'll have them do that. And their needs are not the best, so we're going to come over here. And we will have her stop temporarily. And we're going to have her, actually, clubs. Going to have her rally the troops. She actually needs to have a shower, too, because she's been fishing longer than say Angelina, then or Aurora, I should say. And of course, Benji's just started. So that didn't really do very much. Let's try that again. That didn't boost their needs, or they were lower than I realized. So let's boost it again. Since she started that fishing on her own, we should be able to stop it. And there we go. It's a little bit higher. Just the hunger is not so good. So maybe we'll actually have her go fishing together. Or you know what? I think it's on here. Go fishing with Aurora, because I'm thinking that might help her social better if we actually say go fishing with her versus just fishing beside her. We'll see. It was helping her fishing, so it seemed like it was, even though she was just, we said go fishing, it seemed like it was with her, regardless. So let's take a look at what they have in their inventory. So she's caught another angelfish. She's caught, obviously, a rainbow fish, because it's showing as new. She's caught 2 tuna, and let's get this out of the way. 71 and 48. And let's check in Aurora's inventory. She's caught like little fish that aren't worth very much at all, and Angelina has maxed her fishing skill. So let's take a look over here, and still no frogs. We need some frogs. Oh look, she caught a sturgeon worth a whole 132. Yeah, it's a little bit of ripoff. They used to be worth so much more than they are now. So Benji doesn't have as much skill with fishing as the girls. So he has now caught 2 fish, and he is at level 3 of that skill. And let's see. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing in his inventory. So they're still just fishing. Like I said, it's gonna help them get some assets that we can eventually sell or do whatever with. And it also is helping their fun, which is one of the reasons I'm having them do the fishing, to do 2 things at once. It doesn't seem to really be doing very much with his fun. Oh, it is a little bit, but it's not going up very much. So let's check in. So I'm going fast. So he's got to level 4. And she has max. So that was worth 132. Did we get a second sturgeon, or was that the sturgeon before? And I'm just getting the notification. I think that's all it is. Oh, look, we caught a rose. So that is fall and spring, and we're in summer, so we need it to be sheltered for it to work. And, you know, we caught the Encyclopedia Vampirica, so if we do some searching for vampire information, we can read that. We can get some aspiration points, and then we can, maybe they may make their money from vampire cures, because if we get that copy pasto spell, we can copy pasto the vampire cure and then sell that. That's an idea. They're pretty expensive to make, so you need to get the books, and you need to make it, you need to get the plants, so they're not a cheap thing to make. You need to have some money from another source in the meantime. So, but one thing that the book will do is that they can actually take their little cheap fish and turn them into plasma packs once they've learned the skill high enough, and then we could sell the plasma packs. Possibly they're worth 50 each, so that might be worth it. So we shall see. It would be nice if we caught one more cow plant berry. And this is actually a known glitch that if you're not actually on your lot when the bills come in, even though we have the off the grid lot trait, you get a bill. So we have a bill even though we shouldn't have bills, even though we have nothing on our lot and we have the off the grid lot trait. And it's not just because, of course, bills are also based on what's in your inventory, and because they have some assets in their inventory, they're getting billed, except for they shouldn't because they have the off the grid lot trait. So maybe I'll just take that 92 off of what they owe, because they technically shouldn't owe any money. And but we're going to need to pay it just so that, you know, everything goes according to plan. So we maybe knock off $90 off of their amount. Just because of that, because it, you know, they shouldn't have to owe some money. It's definitely a glitch. So let's see. So what I've done for the summer holiday, because it's summer and I've made this whole week summer holiday, they have to travel, and since they've already traveled, it's counting that for them. And let's see, they're getting a bit hungry again, and she is filthy, so we're going to actually cancel that again. And she's getting hungry. We're going to rally the troops first off, and then we're going to let her go take a shower. And we may rally the troops more than once. We may as well get it all the way up since we're over here with her. Club gatherings, rally the troops. And you know what, Benji? Why don't you come over here and go fishing here? Because that'll count your second location. And he's caught his 5 fish. And we're going to just center on the current lot, which will bring us over to the magic HQ. And because she needs to take a shower, we're going to actually then come down here and let her take a shower. So how is her fun? So her fun is maxed. Everything is good for her except for her hygiene. So we can get her over here and she can have a shower and then she can maybe do something else. And we caught another rose. I'm assuming that's a new rose that we caught. So let's see. So she's caught a rose. And unless it's just a delay in the response. No, we have a rose from Benji too. So I don't know. We have 2 roses now. That we can use. So you know what, when you're finished with your shower, why don't you may as well do a heartfelt compliment, and then you may as well try and see if we can learn some stuff. We'll ask to teach practical magic, and then we will ask to teach a potion recipe since we're going to be all the way over here. You didn't have your shower. Go take your shower. Don't go here. Go do and like do what I asked you to do. You're filthy. Have your shower. Did Miko being in there cause some issues? So Angelina's had her shower and we're going to have her come over here and try and we'll do a heartfelt compliment to start with. And then we're going to see if we can learn a potion recipe and we'll ask to teach some practical magic and see what we get from that. So she was heading upstairs. So she's continuing to head upstairs. Now I brought Aurora over here because I wanted her to try, and these 2 of the computers are broken. Can you, why don't we come over here and do a friendly introduction? I was going to have her search for information about vampires, but we can't get to the only computer that's not broken on the lot right now. So we're going to do friend of the world so she can introduce herself to this new sage of untamed magic. So she's doing that introduction, and oh, we had a negative impact there. I can't share because we don't know. Okay, well, why don't we try, and I don't know why they don't like each other. So we'll try and do some things to, you know what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we are going to take a photo with him. That might, I know with an actual camera, that can help. So let's try and see whether that will help with the phone camera. So he's gloomy. Oh, this is not really turning out very well, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to take pictures and be done with it. And did that help his relationship? Yes, it did. So now we're going to do heartfelt compliment. And then we're going to segue into asking about that magic again now that we are friends. I don't know if, as I've said this before, I don't know if that photography is supposed to boost their friendship like that so much, but it does right now, and it's very handy. Asked to teach practical magic. So let's see if you can come here and now, vampire secrets, search for information on vampires, because then once we've got, but let's actually switch you back over to the vampire aspiration. Don't come sit down here. Good. So good. Luckily it's letting me do her, get her there instead. So she learned the potion of the nimble mind, and she learned that's the one I wanted to learn. Good, because let's put her over onto the knowledge, spellcraft and sorcery. So she needs to learn 3 different spells, which is not registering that yet. She's got 1 of them, and she has to cast a spell on another sim. So why don't we cast it over here on Jacqueline, or however you say his name. We're going to go magic, and we'll do Scrubberoo, because that's a spell that I don't mind trying on a sim. And plus it also means that she can use it to There, we got that. Good. So, and here, why don't we do a, we already know her and we're good friends with her, so hopefully she'll teach us. We're going to ask to teach a potion recipe, and then we may as well ask to teach mischief magic. So we've got that, and you have Aurora. You've used that computer, but now we want to use it again. To do it for the good vampire so that we can just tick it off. We'll cancel it right away. We'll search for information on vampires just to get those, points there, which is kind of a nice thing. So then we're going to swap her back over to the master vampire aspiration. And who actually has the book? Does she already have the book? She has the book. She's the one with the book. So we're going to read that book. And then we can turn our fish into more money than what they're currently worth. Benji's still fishing over here, fishing up a storm. We never did catch another that I can see. We didn't catch another cow plant berry. We have one cow plant berry. Yeah. So, Angelina, did you learn anything? She learned Desperio and Potion of Nausea. So let's see. Let's go find the Sage of Untamed Magic and see what we can learn from him, which we need to do an introduction to him first. So we will put her, so she knows 2 of the 3 different spells. We're going to put her on to Friend of the World. And, before we do that, we have to buy a club perk. So we're going to actually buy the, we may as well get a popular club just to make it that much easier for them to make friends. And now that she's done that, we're going to put her back onto that Friend of the World so she can come and do a cheerful introduction to the Bowen, the Sage, the current Sage of Untamed Magic. I don't know if this is a permanent change or just a temporary change. We don't know Salim, so we may as well introduce ourselves to him. Possibly, except for he's walking away, so maybe not so much. And then we're going to come here, and we are going to do a heartfelt compliment. And does she not have the observant reward trait? She does not. We'll be buying it for her. Now she does. So we're going to come here, and we are going to, after we've introduced ourselves to Salim, we're going to ask to teach a potion recipe, and then we will ask to teach Untamed Magic. She got Potion of Good Fortune. So we got that, so that's good. I don't know how many. Let's see. And we caught, Benji caught a tuna. So we're catching fish. And she learned Zip Zap. Okay. So let's take a look and see. So she has 2 talent points because of her bloodline trait. I actually don't know if it gets higher the stronger, because you have weak and then you have strong and then you have ancient bloodline. And the Daryl Charm here has the strong bloodline trait. And the next one down would be ancient. So, and to get the strong, from what I can gather, I went into their house and saved. You need to have at least one parent with the weak bloodline trait to have the strong bloodline trait. So I'm assuming you need to have at least one parent with the strong bloodline trait, and you need to be a spellcaster, I'm thinking. So let's see, we became friends with, why don't we do another cheerful introduction there. She's getting there. She's got to 8, and she now has a pristine reputation. How are you doing? So it still hasn't registered that she's read that book. She's still reading it. Oh, now it finally registered it. So I'm actually going to put her on the Renaissance sim and see whether possibly it might register for, one of the 3 books. Sometimes I find that works. So Angelina has got to 9 of her 10. Look, here's someone else over here. Do we know? No, we're already friends. We already have introduced ourselves to him, but here's some more sims. So why don't you come over here and do another, they got the same jacket on. Another cheerful introduction so that we can get that done. Or we're not going to go over here. He's going to come over to us. And share expert fishing tips. So now we've got that done. So we need to meet people in other locations. So we can't do anything else with that one. And let's check her spellcraft and sorcery. So she needs to actually level up her spells. So let's check in on here. We're going to go into her spellcaster perks and we will buy for her. We will buy this, Okay, see, I don't want her to actually level up fast because she has the bloodline trait, and there can be issues with this book or this panel when they level up, and they'll reset, and sometimes they won't even open up the books kind of thing. So we're not going to get that. But maybe what we'll get her is Incredible Forager, so she gets more items when harvesting magical ingredients. We'll see if we notice anything with that. And then since potions aren't really that useful yet, we'll get the discharge for her. So she has got that. We do need to rally the troops again because I see that her hunger is getting up there. And which is under clubs and not magic. So we're going to rally the troops. And can we learn anything else from him? We can ask, we can try and get another potion recipe. And Benji's fun is actually max, so he's doing well. So he can actually, it's time for him to start working on his magic a little bit more. But we're going to do that in the next part. That's going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.